Please don't strike me, Copa. Mario Kart 7 was released in the US on December 4th, 2011 onto the Nintendo 3DS, one of the best consoles Nintendo has ever made. Mario Kart 7 brought with it 16 new courses and 16 retro courses. And today we'll be talking about Daisys Cruiser from Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. Daisys Cruiser is a course where you drive around on a cruise ship and travel throughout many parts of it. At first glance, it looks pretty straightforward, with few glitches, as all parts of the track have walls or fences. But this track has some issues that we'll get onto later. Now, in order to tell you how these ultra shortcuts work, which is what we'll be talking about today, you have to understand the boring part. If you don't want to listen to this, guys, just skip 45 seconds ahead now. So basically how it all works is the track has some invisible checkpoints and some major invisible ones. The major ones are the only ones that you actually need to hit, and the smaller ones are just if you fall off. You get put back there. Now major checkpoints must be hit in order, otherwise they won't be counted. So basically, major ones are keeping the player's progress in check. They have a special rule where if a player drops behind a major checkpoint and isn't crossed, nothing else will count as progress. Although, if you're crafty enough, you can get around these. Alright, welcome back everybody. Boring stuff done. Time to get closer to the actual race, the karts, and players. Mario Kart 7 brought with it the option to fully customize your vehicle, allowing for a lot of combinations. Some that proved to be better than others for speedrunning. The first time we'll talk about today was set by a German player named Marv. Marv's customization included Toad as their character, the Koopa Clown as their car, with golden wheels and the normal paraglider. Marv was the person who had the first video evidence documented, coming in at 1 minute, 16 seconds, and 950 milliseconds. Now, Marv. He had only used the first trick to get the world record, but he had used a glitch discovered by a player named Jordan Keefe. Now Mark had just found the first iteration of the glitch, but Jordan Keefe had released a video showing that you can just drive off the boundary through the boat and fall into the dining area. Marv had figured out that angles greater than 180 degrees have some weird properties, such as if you run into it at a precise angle, the boundaries will be forgotten, and the player will fall through the map, and if positioned correctly, will land inside the ship in the dining hall where the tables slide. Now how does this work? And how do the major checkpoints allow this? I have two guesses. First, either there are no more major checkpoints left to be passed in between where you ultra skip and when you enter the dining room. Now, I haven't been able to find a map that shows you where the major checkpoints are, like from on the Coconut Mall video. But in order to do this ultra glitch, Marv must have passed through all of them. Now, Marv may have gotten the world record, the first video documented world record, but this was only one of 12 different records set on October 31st, 2012. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why were there 12 world records set on the same day for a game that came out a little before a year ago? Fret not, I have the answer. The reason this happened was on October 31st, Jordan Keith found and released the glitch to the public. On to the second record. The next record was set on March 5th in 2014 and would go on to stand as the longest held record on Daisys Cruiser. Also making the player who set it, a Frenchman named Diogo, the player with the longest record holding duration by a long shot, about 1,400 days. Diogo's record was timed at 1 minute, 11 seconds, and 138 milliseconds. And to do this, Diogo used Jordan's shortcut to fall through the ground, but instead of running into the wall and having to turn around, he did 180 degrees around the wall and just kept his original speed without losing any of it. Now by itself, this doesn't sound like it would drop much time, but add it up for all 3 laps and you can drop a decent amount of seconds. And compared to Marv's record, you can drop 2.5 seconds per lap. For a while, this was the only improvement to the shortcut. But after 3.5 years, a few Japanese players started to work on the record by improving their turn precision and brought the time down another second before the next ultra shortcut was discovered. On August 7th, 2019, the entire speedrunning community had to change their focus on Daisys Cruiser. A new player, Thomas from Austria, who had just taken over the everlasting battle for the world record time, had discovered this shortcut. Thomas had used the previously mentioned back at the start method of spinning around at the start, driving straight into a corner. Unlike the previous shortcut, this one found by Thomas brought you to this other part of the map at a lower level, but was much closer to the end of the lap than the last one, and thus allowed the player to drop about 15 whole seconds off of the time already short. That's a minute 10 seconds, bringing it down to 54 seconds and 877 milliseconds. The next record we'll be talking about is this player named GCN. GCN was the first player from Algeria, and his record only lasted 1 day. It was set on the 16th of August 2019, and GCN just improved Thomas's time with more precision. For this, GCN used Donkey Kong, a heavyweight class character, which means he has a slower acceleration, but he has a faster top speed. He also used the Bruiser car with slick wheels and the Swooper glider, which was a build weighted towards top speed and higher weight, but it had terrible handling. Enough about GCN's record. I need to get this video out before my music provider charges me for another month of it. Quickly moving on to our final record of video, a whopping 48 seconds and 574 milliseconds. The player that set this record was named Momi, and he was from Japan. He used the car combination of the Bruiser as the car with mushroom wheels and the flower guider. He also used a different heavyweight character, the Honey Queen. I'm not quite sure how she fits into the Mario Kart series, but yeah. I don't have enough time to get onto the stats of the car, but I'm just going to assume it was another top speed aimed one with a higher weight and terrible handling like that one with Donkey Kong. The history of Daisys Cruiser. It's a rich one, full of many shortcuts being discovered and many improvements to existing shortcuts. It all started out with Jordan Keith's discovery of the first ultra shortcut, and then Thomas's discovery of the corner glitch, which led to the record dropping 32 seconds from the discovery of the first record. It was at 1 minute and 16 seconds, and it's been brought down to 48 seconds. A total of 14 different players from 7 nations have obtained the record, and they've used 3 different kart combinations, all ones rated to go at faster speeds. Mariokart 7 speedrunning community is a rich one with very much dedication, in which 42 total records were set over an 8-year course, and there are still many to come. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That's the end. If you liked it, sub. Tell me what tracks I should do the next few on. And well, like, sub, comment, stay Swiss.